Okay, hello whoever, future me probably, unless I become a YouTuber, which I doubt it, don't have the discipline. Anywho, so, may I present to you a Rimworld Star Wars Scenario. This is Jabba the Hutt's palace, and this is Tatooine. Very deserty planet. I have sandstone and granite everywhere. Starting with 5 people, bunch of food, bit of silver, and the plan is to kill or befriend all of these factions and become the ultimate boss of Tatooine. Essentially, it's the plan. Very hot climate at the moment. Yeah, and this is a sort of a nice map I picked out. Nice caves in the back, all of that. To build Jabba the Hutt's palace, basically. Factions, we've got the Jawa clan, moisture farmers, 2 vanilla ones for trading, Impid tribe for a bit of variety, Tusken Raiders, Pirate Gang, Rebel Alliance, Galactic Empire, and Death Watch. Starting characters, we've got Jabba the Hutt, the main man himself. Added that because he was a very hungry boy, who's the boss of the gang and will lead our ideology, which is a very simple ideology. There's nothing really to it. Supremacist, we're cannibals, or we're happy with it. Slavery's fine. Organ, harvesting is fine. Got a couple of specialists, which I think would be fun. A few events, and we're after this slab for Jabba's, for the decor of the Rancor pit. Or the Sarlacc pit, I think, is my religious area. Boba Fett, classic, flamethrower, psychically deaf. Got him on this little jetpack as well, which has been kind of modded to look like Star Wars a little bit. Very cool. With his carbine. Greedo, a Rhodian. Fire spew is his fire, like a flamethrower kind of ability. I thought looked pretty good. Greedo is the Rhodian that Han Solo kills in the bar. Nothing very special there. He just kind of looks like a Rhodian, and he's kind of a merc, and he'll be our plant specialist guy. Kasantan is the Wookiee from the Book of Boba Fett, and yeah. He was again a very hungry person. Had to add some genes. And also, as you can see here, I haven't added it him quite yet. This is Gork, and he is a Gamoran. And he's like those pig creatures from Jabba's palace. And again, very unfairly starting with a massive hunger rate. Which, yeah, I'll have to maybe add some xenogenes. That's the setup. I suppose for the animals, like what kind of animals are going to be, the wildlife are going to be on Tatooine. I've got the insects in the tunnels and stuff, which I quite like fighting. A good natural enemy, because also their maximum comfort temperature is very high as well. So you can survive this hot planet. And what I've done is, if I go to mod options and customize animals mod, you can see all of these Star Wars creatures. I've kind of got this maximum comfortable temperature and minimum to 100, and then all of the core, you know, classic animals to minus 100, to sort of trick the game into bringing out, you know, stuff like the blurg, rather than boom rats and boomaloops. Cool. Okay. Well, that's the sort of the setup and how I've created this world. This world is like a very hot biome with no rainfall. That's why it looks entirely like desert along the equator. Average temperatures of 50 degrees. It's where we're going to be kind of sticking, and where I've kind of kept all the factions. Yeah, the ultimate goal is to wipe out, I'd say, the Jawa clan's fine. I'm happy to keep them. I think I'll take on the moisture farmers at some point. Trade with these two until the very end, until I'm good. Definitely take out the Impid tribe, Tusken Raiders, Pirate Gang, Rebel Alliance, Galactic Empire, and the Death Watch. So really only leave the Jawa clan, I think, by the end of it. And then that'll make me the boss of Tatooine. The population is sparse, so the you know, I won't be trawling through until the end of time, and I won't be like flying off world. This is my world. I'm here to dominate it, basically. Cool. I think that's about it. Okay. Here's one I made earlier. So this is the actual start of the run that I've done. I've got like put down a geothermal generator and created the palace and the bar. This is quite nice actually. Got like a kind of a steel countertop. It's like looks like a bar. I'm using also the Dune. Oh, you can't quite see it there, but if I go to here, it's the Dune style from the films. I think that looks quite good actually, Tatooine wise. Very kind of spacey look to it. And basically this bar has, you know, some tables, pool table, dartboard, also a roulette table, jukebox, just cool stuff like that. And this eventually will be the Rancor pit, and we'll send our enemies into the Rancor pit for our Rancor to be, to be fed to the Rancor. Got my team here, and this was the kind of I built this using, you know, development cheat tools, and this was my actual start. So since here, I gathered up all of this and put it in there, and basically began my run. Sorry. If you're wondering why this isn't connected up, it is connected up. It's just hidden. Cool. So that was the start. As you can see, I like the sandstone and granite look. It gives a very kind of, you know, deserty orange vibes. It's really nice. I love this cave system back here, and yeah, well, I'll show you as time progresses. So, if you look at the thumbnail and Google images of Jabba's palace, you know, what will it kind of look like? As you can see, things are going. I've used this as a storage pit for the start. Things are developing, and I've got some hydroponics over here. Sort of just trying to grow some agave plants. However, later on I realised that the growing time for this stuff is 9 days, and the fertility sensitivity is 50%. So hydroponics basins don't have a lot of they don't have a lot of impact on agave plants. So this is really slow growing for food, and I really should have switched out that for a better crop later on. but I just wanted to look thematic and like have a nice desert plant. Anyway, that's I'll talk about that in a bit. But yeah, so basically this kind of like, it's like a nice canyon sort of thing, and this is the only way in really now, because I've roped off here. And then the plan is to have like a, because on the thumbnail of Jabba's palace there's like a turret here. Well, there's like a few turrets. I'm thinking of like having a few kind of towers, and then building this bit out as like the main sort of palace bit here. Whereas, yeah. But as you can see, it's developing nicely. I've cleared out the most of the tunnels back here. Obviously, still an insect hive there to take care of. And yeah, I've got these guys. I mean, they're obviously really bad at mining, but they're going ahead. He's my best miner. I don't know why he's not doing it, but there you go. Put Jabba's bedroom in here as well. So I was just thinking, like, in the films, he doesn't really, you know, he doesn't move much from his sort of pleasure den. So there you go. And that's our religious building, that map, by the way. I quite like the look of that aesthetic. Cool. Okay. So yeah, tower's being constructed. So yeah, tower half built. So as you can see here, this is the beginning of the tower, and I've made it into a conservatory. So the yellow is obviously a transparent roof if you look on the bottom left now. And yeah, it's all developing quite nicely. That's half the tower built there. Got another geothermal generator. I'm running out of packaged survival meals as well, but I've got some food up on the go. I've moved the hydroponics basins from here to here. Yeah, no, it's going really well. That's building there. Cleared out the bugs here. I'm starting to sort of cordon off, you know, if I go here, starting to cordon off these tunnel networks here. The ultimate thing to be to put a nice thing there, blocking that off, so to make enemies come all the way around here and up through here, because obviously this is blocked off now, so enemies have to literally come through. You know, I think the ultimate thing would be to block off here and here, and just make sure enemies sort of filter through maybe just one of these. So I'm thinking maybe block off here and here, and then just they come through this small gap. That would be quite good, I think. Yeah, looking good. So yeah, the tower's still being constructed. Fast forward a bit. Oh, I thought I had more saves. Wow, this is more of a jump ahead in time now. Really jumped ahead. I've got way more people as well. Just go through that now. So yeah, I've constructed fully the tower here. This is the first tower. I quite like the idea of like conservatories either side, and then like a production area in here. I've got my. It's always good to get up and running the ground penetrating scanner and the long range, just as soon as possible, really, just so you can start looking for more materials. The long range one is specifically good for components, because you can get like 100 components at once, or 150, something crazy like that, so you never run out. And it's also good for the plasteel one as well. And yeah, I've just got like a few bedrooms. I've got some girls as well who obviously Jabba's palace, the theme of it is like a bit of a sexist hive of scum and villainy, sorry. And I think what's happened so far. Oh yeah, so Bobba, I've got, because I'm constructing the second tower now. which will house Boba and his two. I've got like kind of two Wookiees. Like I think they'll be his two bodyguards basically, and Coruscant's going to cohere, I think. That was the ultimate goal, and I'm going to put Shen here. And Boba also has taken a wife, Bibi. Lovely girl. She was like kind of my nurse, medical, and then really good at like scanning and intellectual work basically. And she does have Gormont though, so I need to basically because I've started collecting genes using the Gene Ripper mod, and I just need to kind of reduce her metabolism a bit to combat the Gormont trait. But yeah, tough is great. Let's give her a bite on the leg. So yeah, Boba has picked up a lady friend, and he's going to marry her, and they're gonna, that's her little bedroom at the back. And this is going to be like a back to tank room where people can regenerate, scars, and kind of like Book of Boba Fett. So going back to Shen, he's a teenage Wookiee I picked up. Nice trait, quick sleeper, always a good one. Kind and ascetic, comes with his germline, and then I've added cyclic death because again Wookiees are very hungry creatures, and cold weakness as well because I've collected that gene. I haven't quite got the gene assembler just yet, here. But I'm just kind of collecting genes now and banking them, and I kind of cheated to get, as I said, I've got cold weakness, and I've got the most important gene on this planet, which is heat super tolerant, which gives 20 plus to their minimum comfort temperature, which is definitely a must needed, because temperatures go up to sort of 60 degrees, 66 degrees I've seen them go up to, so really hot. But yeah, Shen is a quick sleeper Wookiee. He's really good at animals, good at plants, construction. Obviously he's not great at shooting and melee just yet. I think I'll turn him into a melee character because Wookiees are always good because they're robust. Need to make him a bit quicker because he's a bit slow at the moment, but maybe some bionic legs or something can do that for him. But yeah, he'll be a melee character. I've got him with a gun just at the moment. The animation doesn't look great. It's a bit stuck up there, I think, because of the bigger frame. But yeah, we'll make him into a melee character. Crocodile. Oh, I'll go over the ship in a sec. Crocodile is our Tusken Raider. Unfortunately with the Tusken Raider, as you can see, he doesn't quite have a xenotype that I can mess around with and add genes to. So yeah, he's at the moment, he's trigger happy, which is quite good actually, because the gun that he has quite a long aiming time of 2.2 seconds. So he cuts that in half and he's firing every second. He needs to get a bit better at shooting, but obviously the trigger happy, the downside to it is the shooting accuracy. But it's quite an accurate gun, this. So hopefully, and it's quite long ranged as well. So hopefully that kind of balances out. I've just given him like a duster and a shirt at the moment. He's got good temperature. He's okay. As I said, I can't really change any of his genes, but I think Tusken Raiders, okay, there you go, they've got a maximum comfort temperature, a base value of 50 anyway, so he's always going to be okay with just a duster and that. I don't think I really need to put armor on him really. He is really good at crafting, like insanely good. When I got him, that's kind of why I was attracted to him. And he's really good at mining as well, and I need miners at the moment, which is pretty good. Yeah, he's a nice addition. He's not sort of like an end, well, who I'll use in the end, because I prefer to have somebody's, you know, gene types I can mess around with. But he's certainly, you know, a welcome addition to Jabba's gang at the moment. Barksmoke, he is, I don't quite recognise this, you know, this xenotype from the films. I'll have to Google it, I think, but a Mimbanese, I have no idea what that is really. He was, the reason why I liked him, I think, is because you're shooting in melee. I think he looks, you know, he's quite a dangerous character, and also a part of his germline is that he's really good intellectual, and I needed, because obviously Jabba is pretty much just sitting in his little den, having fun, doing intellectual work and a bit of social, because that's what the Hutts are good at. They're good at social and intellectual. I need somebody to man the scanners and to look for, you know, rare materials and stuff like that, you know, like gold and plasteel and silver. I've had him stuck on it for ages now, basically, just like scanning the entire map. I can't find very good things, unfortunately. I was really desperately looking for plasteel, and Barksmoke's really helped with that. He is, as I said, quite good at intellectual. He's good at animals as well, but I think Shen is a lot better, and I think he'll be my handler at the end of the day. Yeah. He's also an undergrounder, so he doesn't like being outside. Gives a bit of a minus. I need a way to fix that. Not too sure on how to do that just yet. He'd also lost his stomach. He got his stomach shot out by a Tuscan a Psychica, and I didn't realise, but these things have amazing, you know, long range accuracy, and they've got very long range at 40, and they literally just shot his stomach out, and poor guy. Yeah, I had to get him his stomach back, and I think he got a scar on his leg or something, so sorting him out there. But yeah, he's our scanner, and not research guy, because Jabba's our researcher, but yeah, he's going good with that. Cassie is, I think she was our first Slave Girl edition. She was quite young, yeah, she's only just become an adult. When I got her, I think she was, you know, like 16 or something. But I needed, because everybody was kind of busy, you know, Gork is our cook, and he was also our warden, and I had quite a few prisoner influx coming in, so I made, and she's a jogger as well, which I really liked. I don't think I used her construction skill for much good, actually, unfortunately. I should, though, because she's got a double passion in it. Where is it? Build. Yeah, I'm not using her for construction at the moment. I'm just using Shen and Kasantan. Obviously, they're my two strong. But yeah, I'll try and get like a skill trainer and sort that out. She's not really used for shooting, shame, but she's got the social traits, and I think in the future I'm not too sure what I do with her. I'll have to check my current save. We'll go to that in a minute. Yeah, as I said, BB is Boba Fett's lovely lady. Oh, actually, is Cassie with anybody? Yes, that's it. Her and Greedo shacked up. They live here now. And yeah, Greedo's having some good times. Get a human woman. Yeah, she's good for a good warden, and sort of, you know, delivering meals to prisoners and stuff like that. Cool. And then BB, really good medical. Yeah, this is Boba's wife. Really good medical and intellectual, and is our sort of surgeon, and you know, takes care of the patients, any prisoners and colonists, and a good secondary scanner as well to help Bark Smoke out. And then finally, Mena is again our second surgeon, and desperately we needed another plant person, and she's a jogger as well, but with body purist. Luckily, she hasn't actually received any loss of limbs, so I'm hoping to keep her away from any fights and stuff, because if she got hurt, that would be really bad, because I'd have to fix her up and then she wouldn't like it and constantly have a negative opinion. But yeah, this old gunship wound to this torso doesn't actually do anything. It's not itchy or painful, so there's no negative move buffs, so that's all good. But yeah, she helps Greedo out, because Greedo's our plants guy, and she helps him out harvest the agave, of which I'm about to turn into strawberries, because, as I said at the beginning of this video, a growing time of 9 days is just completely unacceptable. With, and it's in such good soil from the hydroponics basins, so it's not helping, basically. Even if it's like, it's 21 degrees in here, it's perfect conditions, and I'm just getting so little food, as you can see here, my fridges aren't filling up. Yeah, those are the additions to the colony. This is obviously Boba Fett's ship. This is so important in the run, I always find. As soon as you've built this ship, your life just starts getting much easier. You can then switch on the long range scanner, and you can start looking at easily just picking up steel, mining sites, and you can just pop around, basically, pop around the map, mining stuff, collecting, trading. It's just so much easier. As for the fuel, I've started making as much as I can out of pemmican. I don't have a lot at this point, actually, for, I've been using meat as well, and then having vegetarian meals. Yeah. And then it's just really but it takes a lot to build this, and I only want to build really one ship, and that because Boba Fett has to fly it around. He's the captain, he's like person like that. Maybe I'll get another ship, but for now this is just Boba Fett's ship, and he's the one that flies it about, just to keep with thematic and aesthetics, and I only want him doing that. Yeah, I don't know, I'll show you, look, how much Star Wars ships. Unlocked all of these because his ship is at the very end, because it's quite a good ship. And it's like one of the most expensive ones as well. So if you look here, you've got 2,750 steel, 1,500 plasteel, 108 components, 3 advanced components, which is no problem, 660 cloth is no problem because I've got my hydroponic greenhouse set up, 10 gold, nothing, and then 4,500 silver. That is a bit, but luckily I'm generating quite a lot of wealth with everything that I'm doing, so that's fine. But certainly the steel, plasteel and components was an absolute nightmare to get, and essentially I used because I didn't want to leave the map, so I got the ground penetrating scanner and scanned essentially, as you can see, there's so much stuff I've scanned, and I managed to just find some plasteel here. And what I did was I set up Gasantan, poor guy, because he's my best miner. I set him up alone in this sort of shack with a cooler and a light, a table and a bed, and he essentially had, because you see there the harvest area, it's just that pink there, and he basically just stayed there for, God, like, you know, a week basically, and just mined as much pastille as possible. Now that it's done, I don't need to do that and use that mine. I can just literally scan for plasteel on the long range scanner now, and go off and just mine it, because these drills here, they're very slow to use, I've noticed. This is more, I think this is plasteel here actually, small plasteel. But yeah, a bit closer to home. But this was so far away from my base that I literally just had to shack him up in this little shack here, and just him mine out 1,500 plasteel. And then I had Crocodile busily make, you know, 110 components basically. He had to crank out these components. And then that required loads more steel. So I had this drill here, this had steel in it once upon a time. A huge steel vein here. And then I was thinking about going up until in here, because it's got plasteel and steel. But luckily I got enough steel from the map. There's also some here which is nearby. Oh, more plasteel there, I didn't notice that actually. That's good to know. Some silver, actually, meteorite silver I could have mined to get the 4,500, but I managed to get that through trading, so I wasn't too worried. I mean, now that takes us to current day. As you can see, I've just become so rich now in plasteel, steel, and components. Like, I've got, you know, easily 130 components there, and that was just one run on the component, you know, long range scanner. And I'm getting everybody a bit more geared now. And also I've completed the second turret here, which is going to be the hospital and the biolab with the gene assembler. And I'm going to have, this is where everything's going to be made. Got the gene ripper, a little kind of prison. This is a temporary prison thing I've set up here. I'm actually thinking about making the prison more in Jabba's palace and making it look a bit more thematic. Just like in the films when Chewie and Han were taken down there. But yeah, as you can see, I've got kind of biosculptor pods, you know, just to kind of recuperate. Got 3 in there. I've picked up some new recruits because I've gone. I'm doing the quest for the relic, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in. Oops. Put it in my reliquary here, because this is obviously the spiritual, this is the room where my rituals go down, and I've got the reliquary here, so I'm going to put the slab in there. I think some nice urns like that. Yeah, no, and what I've done is I went to like a native village. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. I went to a native village and captured all of these guys basically, and I've got Han Solo here. Fantastic person. This is just absolutely amazing. He is tough with a great memory. He's really good at, you know, shooting in melee. He's going to be amazing at. We can get some good genes for that. He's amazing at plants, and I needed another crafter. Crocodile's doing everything single-handedly. You know, he's just doing really well. And he's got plants as well, and a bit of intellectual. If I get a skill trainer for him, you know, he can do so much. And he is getting a bit old. However, I have picked up a 400-year lifespan gene, so I'm going to add that to him, so he's never going to get old. But he did have on his head a bite scar, which is why he's in the biosculptor for a couple of days, just while he gets that fixed up. yeah, and he'll be called Han Solo. I'm going to get him a nice little look. As I said, everybody's going to have a customizable look, and he's going to be one of my, a fantastic addition to the team. I've got to these obviously to be named. I won't probably have a person called Turkey, but he's looking fantastic as well. You've got Iron Willed. Ugly is not obviously brilliant, but I can easily. I'm going to get I think it's called Flesh Shaping, and you can get, these two things here, and it can kind of counteract the ugliness, because that's only -1. So, so beauty. There it is, -1. So I'm going to try and get that. Jabba's pretty ugly, by the way. He's like -2. So he definitely needs an aesthetic look to help him. But yeah, Turkey's really good. Iron Willed is fantastic. They can have the lowest mood and everything's okay. Unfortunately, he did come addicted to Psychite, which is fine. And also I used the Psychic Shock to capture him. However, that made a scar on his brain, so he needs to be popped when he's recruited, and so he needs to get over his addiction, recruited. I'll pop him into the Biosculptor pod, and we can sort out all of his problems. And then way down the road, he also needs to be converted as well. So yeah, convert him and recruit him, sort out his addiction, all that, keep him in prison till then. And he's going to be a really good addition to the team. I don't know what I'm going to call him. I'll have to decide then and there. But yeah, Han Solo for now is over here. Yeah, I think he's going to look really cool. And I've also got this Gavexa, yeah, and another just fantastic addition to the team. I've got Trigger Happy, which is fine. I'll give it the person maybe a sniper or something, because they're so good at shooting that it will cancel it out, I'm hoping. And what I'm going to do is have him, he's going to be my secondary cook, and just a really good, thug. Secondary cook as well, always need that, because Gork's doing it all on his own at the moment. But yeah, that's the plan with those guys. Gene wise, I've kind of set up the lab and the hospital. I think that looks fantastic. That's Vital Center there. But also good to get like these like kind of drips stands as well. But for the now, this is the vitals monitor, by the way. This thing here, it just looks like it's just the Dune style. And gene wise, we've got a few good traits now, basically. So the 400-year lifespan is always good for the older people. Got my cold weakness, obviously that's just a given, that's a nice +1. And then superheat tolerance, good. Got poor plants, awful social. I think I bought that one. That was a good one to buy. I got awful cooking as well. Not many people cook, but it came with super clotting, which is okay. So it's just a nice +1 for a super clot. That's a good trade-off. Dark vision is an I got that from a dirt mole that I managed to capture. Absolute must, getting people to see in the dark, because obviously you get raided half the time at night, so you need to see in the dark, and also removes that darkness thing. You can make your base, because once everybody's got dark vision, you can make your base, nice and aesthetically looking. I quite like the dark light here of that. Maybe remove a few of the lights, make it look a bit more thematic and not so bright lit all the time, because everybody can work in the dark basically. So yeah, I haven't messed with Jabba's genes just much. I don't really think I will. I swapped out that metabolic Arcanite thing for intense UV sunlight. Yeah, because obviously Jabba basically stays in his little palace all day. He doesn't go outside, so that's his zone here. He'll just go in here, and he's got his bedroom, he's got his food, he's got everything he needs basically, and he's an undergrounder as well, so he doesn't feel the need to go outside. Yeah, no, and I haven't messed with his genes just yet, but Kasantan I have, and I've had to add in the cyclic death because, you know, all of these traits are just, there's just so much, you know, the predatory instincts, robust, he's got a lot going for him, but I've added all of this, and obviously dark vision is one of the best. And yeah, sort of really specialising my characters now to sort of balance out that metabolic efficiency. That's what he's got now. Boba Fett, I have... Oh yeah, I didn't bother to add, because he's got the 600-year lifespan. So he's, you know, going to live forever, basically. But with Boba, I've given him the 400-year, superclotting the heat, dark vision, awful cooking, plants and animals. I've made him also, I've given him a drill arm because he's going to be one of my miners, and I've given him a skill trainer to get that up to 8. He's also my kind of trader as well because he'll you know, do the social bit as well. And I give him a bionic leg to cancel out the movement loss of the drill arm. And he unfortunately I lost his flamethrower, and I didn't have the heart to cheat to get that back, so I need to find an impid to get the flamethrower back off them. Okay, as I say, Crocodile can't do any with his genes because he doesn't have, you know, the option to. Bark Smoke, he already had dark vision, which is amazing. However, what he did have was aggressive, and that was really annoying to deal with because he'd constantly... I think actually it was more like Greedo and Gork. Gork's the hyper-aggressive one. He needs to get the calm trait, but the problem is... Well, I'll go to that in a sec. So yeah. So yeah, he's got dark vision and strong intellectual, but he had the aggressive. Now when you get, because I've got dead calm from a genie, I think, and when you've got that, it cancel the Xenogene is stronger than the germline, so it cancelled that out, losing 2+2, which is good in the long run, but it just means you've got to make it up elsewhere. So I had to get like awful social, poor animals, awful cooking on him. And luckily he already had dark vision, so it's now just gone to 0, which is quite nice. So yeah, no, he's looking nice now, and he's, as I say, got dark vision, good shooter. Gork, I've added a few things, but the problem is, as I alluded to earlier, as soon as you put calm, it's gonna minus 4. Basically, because he loses the +3, minuses 4. I've cheated and got the cyclically death, and he's still on -1, even when I've given him all this stuff, because he needs cooking, is the thing. And, oh, in fact, actually, maybe I should give him awful social, because he needs dark vision as well. Yeah, I should probably give him awful social and see how that goes, but then obviously I'm still cheating with that, so I need a couple more negative genes to sort of really balance him out and then give him calm, because at the beginning he kept like ripping off people's limbs. I mean, poor Greedo, he's like he lost a right leg and he's lost fingers and toes to this guy. You know, he's really vicious, this Gamoran. It's quite, yeah. And I don't even make use of, you know, this strong stomach stuff. You know, maybe I should just get rid of that. I have no idea, but he's a very difficult person to sort of to do up basically. And then what I really want to give him calm just to stop him fighting because he's just so annoying at the moment. Anyway, Greedo, he needs an update. This is the current, isn't it? I thought I'd given him something. Okay, no. Is he next on the chopping block? Because, you know, next on the gene assembler. Okay, whatever, yeah. So he needs an update. I want to give him, obviously, dark vision as well. That's just an absolute must-do. And the rest of them. Greedo really only does plants and shooting. So I'm happy to sort of give him nearly every negative I can. Cool. Yeah, I thought I'd given it to him. I don't know. Shen, I've sorted him out a little bit. Again, still cheating with Psychically Deaf, just to balance out all this other stuff. Oh, and I also had to do Awful Artist, sorry. So 2 cheats there. But yeah, just to give him dark vision. And yeah, and super heat tolerant, really. He's been another one to do, but yeah, and then I need to get round to doing the girls. I haven't done them yet, and I'm going to do Han Solos as well. Yeah, that's about it. As I said, I've got all these kind of like mining sites that I'm going to, and you know, if I need steel, I can go there. If I need plasteel, I can go there. I've just got back from a component run. Which is cool because I'm going to find another component, you know, another tune to components, so I should find that in a few days. I've switched my crop to strawberry plants to berries because it was just getting ridiculous, and now I've got loads of food, so I don't struggle for food anymore. But those agave plants, it was just getting too much. As I said, I've started sort of trying to equip people and get people kind of like a wardrobe. So for example, Boba Fett, what he's going to wear is a shirt, flak vest, flak pants, obviously his helmet and his armour, and obviously his jetpack. And what you can see is I've gone so yeah, that's exactly what he wears, his armour, his helmet, and all of that. So it's kind of like and he only wears 50% to 100. And then I've got the forge, sort of, you know, always have one of, and then set up a wardrobe for him in his bedroom. So he's always going to be able to have that. I've got the bikini as well. That's for the 3 girls, and I'll always have one of them. Always make one of them, and then they can change out to a fresh one if it ever gets you know, tainted or tattered or whatever it's called. And I'm just kind of slowly doing that for the others. Yeah, I think, yeah. Cool. Okay, so that's where I'm up to. Really exciting. Still gonna go. Obviously this turret's basically complete now. Just gotta, obviously, when I need more complexity or when I get more genes, I can just add it in. I've still got, you know, some genes to go. And then I'll be adding that, you know, more banks here, and then rest of these. But at the moment, even if I add everything, I think the complexity doesn't. Oh, it's just 1 out. Well, you don't need red eyes, but actually, red eyes doesn't do anything. Yeah. Maybe not. The fast run is just so difficult because of the -5 to add. But as you can see there, -10. Sorry, 10 complexity. So I'll add these when I need. Yeah, it's going really well at the moment. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Thank you very much.